Welcome everyone to the Midwest Cooking School with Midwest Goodness. My name is Jen Haugen. I'm an author, I'm a registered dietitian, and I'm a Midwest mom, and I'm also a Pampered Chef consultant. So I hope you're joining me live today, but if you're not, please feel free to say hello either way in the comments and let me know where you're watching from, and also let me know if you are cooking along with me. Today, I'm going to teach you how to power cook ground meat. And I'm going to explain what is power cooking, because you might wonder, like, what is that? I'm going to teach you about the equipment that's really helpful to have when you are power cooking. And then I'm going to show you how to do it. It is something that can really help you a lot in the kitchen. It can be a way for you to save time in the kitchen. It can be a way for you to plan meals really easily. And it can really help stretch your grocery budget as well. So I'm going to teach you some little nutrition tips along the way too, because as a registered dietitian, I have those to offer you as well. So again, thanks for being here. Please say hello in the comments, share where you're from, and share perhaps one of the challenges that you have when you are making dinner for your family. Okay, so let's get started. The first thing I want to teach you about is what is power cooking. So power cooking is a way for you to cook one protein at once, bulk amounts of it, and then use that in multiple meals that you can either freeze or you can put them in the refrigerator and then use them throughout the week. So today I'm teaching you how to bulk cook ground meat. And what you'll be able to do is you can choose ground beef, you can choose ground turkey, you can choose ground chicken. All of them are good options. When you're choosing ground beef, I highly recommend choosing the leaner. So either 85%, 90%, or 93% lean is a really good fat percentage to choose, because it'll be more heart healthy for you. And you're going to be able to prep this really quickly. So what I've got going on and the equipment that I'm going to use is, I just want to make sure my hand's not too hot to touch yet. This is the 5.25 quart Brilliance non-stick saute pan. This is one of my favorite pans for power cooking. It is nice and deep. As you can see, it comes with this really nice lid. It's super non-stick, so like you can cook in it and you're not going to have to like sit and scrub at the sink. It's literally going to wipe right out. So this is something that Pampered Chef offers. I am a Pampered Chef consultant, so if you want more details on this, put in Brilliance into the comments, and then I'll send you some more information on that. So you're going to need that. Another thing you're going to need is you're going to need something to crumble up the ground meat. So I like to use either of these tools. This is the classic mix and chop. You can see it's got the wings on it. So then when you're in your pan, you're just doing this motion, and you're going to find that it really crumbles the meats really quickly. This is a newer tool. This is called the mix and chop spatula. And so this is made more of a silicone. Same idea. You're still going to push down and twist it, but it also has this little straining area here. So you can hopefully see that. So you can kind of drain things a little if you're wanting to do that as well. So along with that, you want to also have something to chop things up really quick. So we're going to do some onion with this make ahead style of cooking. And one of my favorite tools to use or to make quick and easy chopped onions is the manual food processor. If you don't have one of these, you're going to love it. If you do lots of onion and you hate crying over the onion smell, also celery, peppers. I mean, there's all kinds of ways you can use this, even to make quick and simple dips and dressings, so it doesn't have to just be for vegetables. So what we're going to do is actually, let me grab my beef over here. You're going to want to have your ground beef or ground chicken or ground turkey already thawed. And you're going to, you can do that in the microwave. You can do that by letting it be in the refrigerator as well. Now, if you did not get the recipes, you want to be sure to send an email to Jen, Jen, at midwestgoodness.com, and you'll be able to get this downloadable, free printable. It's got the directions on how to make the make ahead ground meats. It's got the 5 recipes that you can use it for, and it's also got the shopping list and some equipment recommended products as well. So we're going to get going with this. I'm just going to take my beef, and you're going to do, you have a couple of options here, and this is something that I want to share with you. As a dietitian, you can stretch this even further by doing 2 pounds of ground meat and then 1 can or about 1.5 cups of beans. And I'm not talking about baked beans. I'm talking about like black beans or kidney beans or something like that. So you can definitely stretch things a little bit further. So I'm going to do that. I have 2 pounds of my ground beef in here. Turn this up a notch here to get it going. It's sizzling already, but we want to get it cooking. And then I'm just using my mix and chop spatula to break up the meat. And in case you're wondering, the Brilliance cookware does work on induction. It also works on electric stovetops and gas. So this is our only line of nonstick cookware that actually works on induction. So if you have an induction cooktop, which is actually what I'm using right here, it's a little induction burner, you will be so amazed at how this cookware heats up and also how easy it cleans up. So we're going to let that cook a little bit. I'm also going to get an onion in there. So you can either do 1 to 2 small onions, or you can do a mid-size onion or a large onion, whatever your preference is for onions. But I love using onions because they do offer some prebiotics for your gut, which is your health that happens in your GI tract. You definitely want to have good balance in your GI tract, and onions do help feed the good bacteria. So you definitely want to include them in your cooking. So we've got the onion in there. And here's another little quick tip. Always have a little garbage bowl when you're cooking, because then you don't have to run, pieces of onion skin to the garbage can or anything else you're chopping up. Now, the way this manual food processor works is you just flip it. You can see how quick and easy that is. There's just one little chunk of it that I have to finish. There we go. I love this. It is one of my absolute favorite prepping tools. Manual food processor. I use it for egg salad, guacamole, pico de gallo. I use it for salsa, even like homemade fresh tomato sauce for pasta in the summer when I'm harvesting my tomatoes and basil, and I put a little olive oil and garlic in there, and it literally just makes this delicious fresh sauce to go over some fresh pasta or maybe even zucchini noodles, whatever you like to try. Okay, so we've got all that in there. Look how easy that is, right? Now, this is super easy to clean up. These 2 pieces go in the dishwasher, and then this you just hand wash because there's an actual little motor inside, so you don't want to submerge that. So that's the manual food processor. We're going to stir these onions in. The ground beef is cooking nicely. Now, the Brilliance cookware, you can also use, this could be a nice piece for making up a whole bunch of chicken breasts as well. You can use it for sauteing vegetables, roast, that kind of thing. Another thing I like about it is it goes in the dishwasher, and also it can go in the oven. So if you're starting something on the stovetop, and here in the Midwest, we love our tater tot hot dish. So it could be something as simple as that, where I'm starting my meat browning, and then I add everything in, and then I just take this pan and I put it right in the oven, so I don't have to dirty another dish. So that's what I really love about the Brilliance. It's just so user-friendly, so versatile. Now, to that, we're going to do some garlic. Now, when you're choosing your garlic at the store, you want it to look, this is a bulb of garlic. You want it to look nice and white, so you can kind of see. And you also want the cloves to be nice and tight. So that reminds you of something. You can keep that in mind. But we're going to just pop that open, and you're going to see all these cloves come out. And depending on how much you like garlic, you can do 1 clove, you could do 2 cloves, you could do 3 cloves. It's kind of up to you on that. And garlic is another great, let's see, here we go. We're looking for my garlic press. It's another great way to add a lot of flavor. And there's nothing, there's no salt or anything in garlic. So you're just adding the flavor. It's got some really good antioxidants in it as well. And then you just push it down through. You can see that I did not take the skin off of this at all. So the garlic press from Pampered Chef is really great for that. Now, if you want to order any of the tools that I'm sharing, you can, just by simply using my link. You can also put in the word order in the comments, and then I will help you with that as well, because I can either take it over the phone for you, or I can help you just by providing you a link. So here's the skin. You can see that. I'm just going to pop that in my garbage bowl, and then everything is out of there. So this, again, too, is dishwasher safe. Another cool thing about the garlic press is if you happen to get some garlic on your hands or some onions on your hands, you can just rub your hand on the garlic press itself. Because it's made of steel, it will take that smell away, so you don't have to worry about it. So that is the garlic press. So we've got this cooking, and you really don't need to add any other seasonings to it. Now, some other ways you can stretch your meat are you can add beans, like I mentioned, which is a really great thing because you can add a lot of extra fiber with it. Another thing you could do is you could add mushrooms. That's another one of my favorite things to do. I'm going to put the lid on this so it cooks a little bit faster there. But you could add mushrooms to this, and how I like to put my mushrooms in there is I actually put them in my manual food processor, and then I just chop them up, pulse them. They literally look like ground meat once they're chopped up like that, and you can just add them, and it stretches your ground meats, and it stretches your, whether it's ground chicken, ground turkey, ground beef, doesn't matter. So let me know what you prefer to cook with. Ground beef, ground chicken, ground turkey. Let me know in the comments of that. And we're going to get ready for our first meal. So there are several options on this handout. So again, if you did not get the handout, make sure you send me an email, Jen, Jen, at midwestgoodness.com, and I'll send it over to you. So again, there's a shopping list on here with some recommended equipment to have out. And then there's the Power Cooking menu. So on this is to prepare your make-ahead ground meat. So we're working on that right now. And then there's 5 different recipes. There's easy stroganoff, zesty tacos, saucy chili, barbecue sloppy joes, and Italian beef hoagies. So you really have a lot of different options when you are going to be putting it together. So, if your family's not a big chili fan, fine, just use 3 of the other recipes. So you actually have 5 recipes on this handout, but you're going to actually make 3 of them because you have 3 pounds of the ground meat in here, or 2 pounds plus a stretcher like mushrooms or beans or something like that. So we are going to do the Italian beef hoagies. We're also going to do the saucy chili, and then we're also going to do the zesty tacos. So what I'm going to do is actually start that process right now. I'm going to just empty my bowl here, because a quick tip for you is when you're doing these make-ahead meals, you want to have a bowl that's going to help you keep your freezer bag upright. If it shifts, you don't want things pouring out and spilling all over the place. So we're going to open this up, and we're going to put part of our ingredients in here while we're letting the beef cook. So this is going to be for the zesty tacos. So this actually makes 6 servings. So if you are cooking for 3 or cooking for 2, you can definitely alter this and cut it in half and make 2 different meals out of it. So this is going to have the meat, but we're also going to have some salsa. I've got my mom's canned salsa here. She always likes to make salsa out of her garden, and I'm just going to use some of that. You can use your favorite salsa as well. And you want something kind of chunky. You don't want it too loose. And we need about a cup of that. So we've got some chunks in there, just like that. And we're going to put that down in our bag. We're also going to add in our can of tomato paste. So I've got that right here. And if you do not have a smooth edge can opener from Pampered Chef, I highly recommend it, because it will leave you with smooth edges and you will not get cut. I actually did have a mother order 1 for each of her 2 sons who had just moved out of the house. And one of them had actually cut their leg on a can that they were not using the smooth edge can opener on, and had to actually go to the ER. So let me tell you, it's much cheaper to just get the smooth edge can opener, and then you won't have to have that risk of getting yourself cut from a really sharp can. And that's, for pets, kids, all of that. All right, so we've got that. And then we're also going to add in some of our taco seasoning. Now, Pampered Chef makes these delicious pantry seasonings and rubs, and so it's a really great opportunity to kind of simplify things. Literally, it's 3 ingredients. It's the taco seasoning, it's the tomato paste, and it's the salsa, along with the ground beef mixture. So super easy. We're putting it in the bag, and then when you're ready to cook it, actually before you're ready to cook it, you can either freeze it or you can put it in the refrigerator. And then when you're ready to cook it, simply thaw it out if you put it in the freezer by keeping it in the refrigerator for about a day. And then you can just add in a little bit of water. So this is all detailed on this handout, 3/4 of a cup of water. And then you're going to just, put it back in the pan, heat it up, add that water, and you got your tacos. It's really that simple. And then you can just add all the fixings that you want, the lettuce, the tomatoes, the cheese, the cilantro, the fresh lime, whatever you want to do with that. Okay, so about a tablespoon of the everything taco. This is so great for lots of different things. Like even on here, it actually tells you some other ideas. Tacos, enchiladas, quesadillas. Sprinkle it on top of steamed veggies for a zesty kick. You can also turn up the flavor in your dips and your soups and your sandwiches. So many different things you can do with it. And it smells so good. Okay, so we got that in there. And then all that's left is to add I'm going to grab a little hot cap at the top here. So I like these little micro grippers. They look like little lips. So we're going to just stir this up a little bit. Everything seems to be nice and browned here. And then, yeah, this looks really good. So I'm just going to turn the heat off on it because it's done cooking. Now, here's a good thing about induction too, is like, it literally just stops cooking instantly. So I like that. Set this down here. And the lid is dishwasher safe too on this. So you have some different easy ways to cook. Okay. So the thing about this mix and chop spatula is you can see it kind of drains the grease as well. So I like that option. And then you're just going to pour in about 1/3 of the beef mixture here so that you have enough for your 6 servings. And I'm also going to add some beans to this. So that's why I'm kind of stretching this out a little bit more, which is really a good thing anyway, because then you can boost your fiber. I made some kidney beans in my pressure cooker. So that allowed it to just really be super simple. 28 minutes. You didn't have to soak them ahead. And then when you are cooking everything together, those beans are just going to meld right in. And all you need to do again is just use your mix and chop or your mix and chop spatula and just let it all come together. So you can see how this one works too. Again, you're just twisting it as you go, and they work very similarly. So if you want to get that mix and chop spatula, that's a great thing to have too. So now we've got our meal right here, and it's all ready to go. You don't even have to mix anything up. You're going to just seal it up here. I like to just kind of fold it on itself because then that ensures all the air is getting out of it. These are also great to have in the refrigerator or the freezer when you know that maybe you're not going to be home, but maybe your family is. And instead of having them order something out or go to the drive-through, you can just say, hey, I've already got supper ready. All you have to do is warm it up in the pan. So, and this is super hot right now. So we've got our zesty taco mix. Super easy to make. All right, so that's the first one. Look how easy that is. Now the second and the third one will go super fast because the beef is already cooked with the onion and the garlic. The next thing is going to be the saucy chili. Now this would be a great topping for other things too. You can eat it as chili, but perhaps you want to do a baked potato bar, or maybe you want to do chili dogs or something like that. You could have this as a topping. So I like the versatility of this one too. So we're going to do 1 portion of our make ahead ground beef. Again, if you're just joining, You'll also know that you can use ground chicken, ground turkey. You could even use tofu if you wanted to use tofu. So there is no holds barred here. You can try them all. Okay, so we've got our beef in there. To this one, we're going to add in some beans. So this is, we're going to just do the whole thing. This is about 1.5 cups, which would be the same amount that's in a can of beans. And you could do, like the kidney beans like I'm just doing, and then just do the chili sauce, or you can do chili beans in sauce and then just add diced tomatoes. So you'll have that option on your handout. Again, if you don't have the handout, be sure to send me an email, jen@midwestgoodness.com. I'm using chili sauce. Again, this is another great thing. If you're doing any canning, you can do these types of things as well. So I'm going to put the whole thing in here, just like that. It's got all those good tomatoes and seasonings in there. And then we're going to also add in a packet of the Pampered Chef chili mix. So again, this is another great easy thing you can do to make a quick chili. This one has the chili directions on the back, and you can also make it vegetarian. You can make this into tacos too. So there's lots of different ways you can use it. I'm just going to cut this off, and then we're going to pour this in. It smells delicious. I always like to give a little smell to it. Okay. So we've got our chili ready to go. You can see this. Now for this one, you again can freeze it, or you can put it in the refrigerator. You're going to add your ingredients, and then you're going to add some water to it and just let it simmer for a few minutes, and you have your meal is ready to go. So again, to make sure you have all the water or the air out, I'm just like turning it on itself, and that allows all the air to be removed, and then you can just seal it up. These would also be really good meals for taking to someone perhaps that's not feeling really well. Maybe they're going through some type of treatments. You can also give these to a new mother that perhaps does not have a lot of time to cook at all. So this would be a really great thing. You could give a copy of that printable to them, and then you have your chili ready to go. Again, like I said, that can be baked potato bar, chili to go on top of that. Doesn't that sound delicious? It's one of my favorite things. Okay, and then the last but not least is the Italian hoagies. So this one is, again, the portion of the make-ahead beef. And we're going to put this all together here. I have a couple more chunks I want to cut up. So it's got the onion and the garlic in there, so you can see it has some really good flavor already. And then we're going to add in some other things to this one. So we're going to add in, it would have been better to hold it in this bowl. It's a little bit more difficult when you're doing it the other way. Okay, let's add a little more here. Okay. And then what we're going to add is we're going to add in some peppers. So this is like a sandwich that you would make. So you have peppers, and then you have a little bit of red wine vinegar, some onion soup mix, and some Italian seasoning. So we're going to do some peppers in here. And then the red wine vinegar. And then we're also going to do some of the Italian seasoning. Also, a little quick tip here for you is the cap on our seasonings is approximately a tablespoon, so you don't actually then have to measure if you don't want to. So we got that. And then what are we missing here? Oh, the onion soup mix. And you can also use the onion, which is earthy onion from Pampered Chef. So you can use that as well. So we're going to add in some of that. And then that is our make-ahead Italian beef hoagies. So then when you're doing this, you're going to freeze it, or you can put it in the refrigerator. Remember, you're always thawing it from the freezer though, and you want to always thaw it in the refrigerator. And what you're going to do is you're going to add this to your skillet once you've got it thawed and ready to cook. And you're going to add 1/4 cup of water, let it simmer, sprinkle on some mozzarella cheese, and then basically let that melt, and then spoon it on some warm hoagie rolls. Now, how delicious does that sound? So which one was your favorite? Was it the Italian beef hoagies? Is it the saucy chili or the zesty tacos? Again, you're going to get all three of these, plus the barbecue sloppy joes and the easy stroganoff and the shopping list and the equipment list as well when you either have signed up already and you maybe have gotten that with me, or if you haven't, just send me an email, jen@midwestgoodness.com, Jen, Jen, at midwestgoodness.com, and then you'll be able to get that. It is really a fantastic way to do this, or to plan your meals, to stretch your grocery budget a little bit, and also save time when you power cook. You just pick your protein, you cook it all at once, and then you make these meals. So if you're interested in grabbing my kitchen tool bundle that will help you with this, whether you choose to do chicken, turkey, or beef, you can get this 5-quart nonstick Brilliance saute skillet for $165. You can get the mix and chop. You just pick one here. One of them's 16, one of them's 18. And then you could also get the manual food processor for $65. Now, these total $248, which is a great deal. And you're going to be able to really make so many different meals, make your prepping much easier, less time, and you're going to be able to make healthy meals too. So if you get those 3 products as part of the kitchen bundle, $248, you're going to get free shipping on that. You're also going to get a free bonus tool, which I will send you the details on. And you have another option. So you can choose to purchase, and I would love to help you do that. All you need to do is put purchase in the comments, and then I will help you with that. Or again, send me an email, jen@midwestgoodness.com. And the other option you have is this month exclusively, you could actually get all of these products for free by just gathering a few friends, doing a fun online shopping party where you all look at the catalog, Pampered Chef catalog. You get to check out some more of my recipes. You get to learn some more quick cooking tips. And then everybody who shops can shop or wants to shop. And then you as the host, because you sent out the invites, you get a thank you present from Pampered Chef, which is your exclusive discounts and free products that you get as a party host. So it's really, really fun. It's really, really easy. And I always think it's kind of a no-brainer because who doesn't want to save money? So again, you can gather your friends, and we can do that this month. So put party in the comments and I will help you with that, or send me an email, jen@midwestgoodness.com, and I will help you with that as well. So what was your favorite thing that you learned today? Was there a quick tip that I shared? Did you like learning how to power cook? Did you like seeing how the meals come together? Again, this was less than 25 minutes. I did everything, and I did 3 meals. And that was me talking with that. If you're not talking to anyone, you can do much faster. You can do like 15 minutes and then you have 3 meals done. So I hope this has been really helpful. Again, reach out to me and connect with me, jen@midwestgoodness.com. I also offer done for you menu planning. So you can find that on my website, midwestgoodness.com. And I would love to help you with anything that I can to help make your time easier in the kitchen so you can spend more time with your family. So again, thanks for watching. I'm Jen. I am an author, a registered dietitian, and a Midwest mom. I'm always looking for ways to speed things up in the kitchen too. So thanks again, and we'll see you next time at my Midwest Cooking School. Join the next one. Go to my website and sign up for that as well. Talk to you guys soon. Bye.